Oh, this zone.
Yeah, this one gives a lot of people trouble now that I think about it.
Yeah. This was... like I said, Green Hill Zone 2 took me a while, but this zone was the one that I couldn't beat for the longest time. I mean, I could get through Act 1 just fine, but come Act 2 and 3... this zone is evil, man. I'm pretty sure everyone who plays this game has a history with this level.
Yeah. Well, for me it was even worse because I started from 2, and 2 actually started to emphasize going faster. So, a level like this where you have to take your time, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, I had this Genesis controller plug-and-play thing that had Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic Spinball, and Dr. Robotnik's Mini-Me machine on it, which was why. So, yeah. It took a while before I got to play Sonic 3 or Sonic & Knuckles, or the combination thereof.
See, I was lucky. I had a Sega Genesis directly, and our GameStop still sold those Sega games when I finally could afford to buy them.
Okay. And, I actually technically now have a Sega Genesis, but once again, it's a plug-and-play one, but it can play, Genesis cartridges. I just don't have any Genesis cartridges.
I think I've still got a copy of 2 around here.
Huh. Well, the option's there if I want to use it, basically. And having options is never a bad thing.
Right.
Also, that bug where Sonic sometimes jumps without curling into a ball, I've never understood that.
Subpixels, man, they will get you every time.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, this was the part where I was like, forget it, this is a no-death run, not a no-damage run. Like, that, where he jumped there without curling, that got me in one of my attempts, and made it so that I hit a bat brain, and since I wasn't in a ball, I took damage.
Yeah, I think that particular glitch has to do with when you're standing on the edge of the platform.
Huh. Thing is, it happens in the weirdest places. I think there's more to it than that. Okay, so what you're about to see is the absolute worst special stage in the entire game. And I'm not kidding.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, this
In fact, the first time I actually beat the game all the way through, I got all the specials, I got all the Chaos Emeralds except this one.
Yeah, this one you really have to practice to get used to. Good thing there's no time limit.
Yeah. Oh. But this one can go horribly wrong. Yup.
Like right there.
Yeah, that's the part I told you about. The very close call. I was like, what the heck? When it happened.
But yeah, I was slightly wrong in what I told you before. When you hit those down or up ones, if it says down, it'll slow things down when you hit it. If it says up, it'll speed things up when you hit it. But it does change the speed of the rotation, and it is centered around the Chaos Emerald.
Okay. And here I was like, oh, come on!
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it stinks, man.
But for this one, and I think for the 6th one, you actually want to have it spinning pretty fast, so that way when you fall out of it, you can easily get back into it.
And spinning on the bumper, yeah, that special stage overstayed its welcome.
Yeah.
I do not like that special stage, man. And here's the stage that took me forever to beat.
Moment of silence. I'm trying to get the layout for this one. Oh, yeah, this one.
Yeah. The thing about bat brains is they can either be a minor annoyance or out of the way. Also, collision detection is weird. Or just right in the way that they're a super annoyance. It all depends on the positioning.
Meanwhile, we're outrunning the fireball.
Yep. Actually, it's more of a lava sea that stops it. For some reason, it stops it. It doesn't move until you are at level with it. I mean, sure, it's a game, but seriously, physics, man.
Well, they didn't exactly get realistic fluid flowing until, Minecraft, I think.
Huh.
It's actually hard to do fluid physics.
I mean, there, like, on the block there, on that block, when I jumped there, he did the no-spin jump.
The standing jump.
Then, yeah, the standing jump, and then he did the spin jump. And if you jump from here, as you will see later, he also does the standing jump there. It's weird. I don't know what's up with that, man. And collision detection is weird. I'm pretty sure this is one of the most well-known bugs in Sonic 1 by now.
I have never seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now you have.
I wonder what happens if you stand up to him, man.
Oh, if you do that, it kills you.
Squish.
Yeah, and you can only do that if the screen hasn't scrolled all the way down, the block will push you, so it's a matter of the object being on screen. Or the hitbox, I guess. Something like that.
That sounds about right.
And pushing nothing.
Right there gave me a lot of trouble. Getting up to that checkpoint gave me a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it took me a bit to figure out exactly how to do that effectively until I figured out, oh wait, it's just a simple way a patience practice thing. That.
You just get at it with enough speed. Inertia does the rest.
Yep. And must break all the blocks. Ah.
I like doing that, though.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot of points for it.
Yeah, I wonder if Pink does the same thing if she plays this game.
That's a question for her.
Yeah. I know that she's played Sonic 2 and 3, but she says that she prefers playing against Tails because
Tails is cute.
standing jump again. Yeah. She referred to Tails in Sonic 2 as the hard mode of the game simply because he couldn't go super. I think that's just an exclusion of bonus that Sonic can get. It's not exactly hard mode.
Well, considering how far out of your way you have to go to get super mode in the first place.
Yeah. And this special stage is actually, it's not very annoying, but it depends on the amount of annoyance. How annoying it is really just depends on how cooperative the rotation is. Yeah.
I always get
Because it can go really. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, it depends on the switchers. Fortunately, my luck was good this time. And once you get past the peppermint wall, as I call it, really, unless you're very unlucky to fall down to one of those gold chutes, like the emerald is pretty much guaranteed at that point.
Yeah, that is one of the easier emerald rooms. It's just getting there's a pain.
Yeah. But at least it's not an open space where you're trying to just get to the center.
Yeah.
Ugh. I know that it's smarter to kill caterpillars by rolling into them, but sometimes I like to just rolling into them, but sometimes I just like to jump on their head to be reckless. And if you miss, they go scattering about, so there's that standing jump again.
Yeah.
And if you miss it, you just go scattering about, so it's really not a smart idea to hit them on the head, but I do it just because.
Speeding through this part is fun, but you miss out on the other one on the end if you do. No wait, this is a zone 3. This is an Act 3, isn't it?
Yeah. You can't go to special stages on Act 3, Pokota.
That's mostly true. If you're doing debug mode, you can do it in 1.3, and that's about it.
Really? You can trigger a special stage ring there in debug mode?
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually lay down the special strings.
I see.
You can lay down the ring, but that's the only stage. That's the only boss stage where you can do that.
And Caterkiller Gip. Yeah, so I know a lot of the enemy names in Sonic 1, but I don't know the name of the pigs, and it's mostly because of comics I know, like Caterkiller, Crabmeat, Buzz Bomber. And there's more of that pushing nothing by Sonic.
That's always a fun one, too.
Yeah, it's like, it seems to be common when you roll into a box that's near a wall, and then, I failed to destroy 2 blocks, no!
But yeah, you can actually do the same thing in the Game Boy Zelda games. You can do the same thing. The pushing against nothing.
I'd imagine it's not just limited to those games, though.
I'm sure there are others, but I'm trying to think of when I can do the easiest. I think I did it in the Let's Play, too.
And here is more weird collision detection.
More waiting around for nothing.
And actually, if you hold down for too long here, well, let's just say it should be pretty obvious why you shouldn't do that on the next one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that hasn't happened to me yet.
I'm probably gonna do that later today just to see what happens.
You'll have to release the button and die, or get a time over and die. One of the two.
Either way, you're dead once you get down.
And this part is super annoying because if you fall down,
you have to redo it.
Yeah.
That gave me no end of trouble when I was such a
And you think you're safe here, but those needles can easily knock you back down again. And stupid jumping coming. Yep. Good thing this is no longer a no damage run.
Yeah.
So the key to this boss is actually to slow him down by hitting him, so by speedrunning this boss is actually the safest way to fight him.
Yeah, because his AI gets suspended when he's damaged.
Yeah. I can imagine how difficult it would be to dodge him if you just didn't hit him at all. Yeesh. Actually, I don't even want to think about that. That's frightening.
That could be a fun thing to try, though.
Huh.